Welcome back to The Road Show. In the buzz this morning, on camera, John and Kate Plus 8 star Kate Gosselin tries to portray herself as a supermom who can handle taking care of 8-year-old twins and 5-year-old sextuplets. But In Touch Weekly published new photographs showing that Kate's composed demeanor may be just a facade. And I just have to say, you know, on the show, I don't believe that she is very composed. No. But here you go. On June 13th, a witness spotted Kate and children playing outside their home. When Leah, one of the sextuplets, started blowing a whistle loudly, Kate told her to stop because she was on the phone. But as soon as Leah blew the whistle again, the witness says Kate stormed over to her daughter, grabbed her, and hit her. The witness says the girl was screaming and crying, and Kate just pushed her away and walked off with her coffee. Now, Sean is out, but we've brought in our resident mama, Michelle Muscatello, to talk about this. You know,
I'm a dad.
And our resident dad.
Okay.
And I have to ask you guys, I mean, there have to be times when the fuse is going to burn rather short. I mean, there's a lot of stress. What do you guys think about that picture?
I'll let you, I have a definite idea, but go right ahead.
I mean, I've got a 5-month-old, so I'm not at that point just yet, but I don't think that there's a parent out there who hasn't had to step back. You know, put the kid in, put Charlie, for me, in the crib, and take a step back and say, okay, I just need to take a deep breath for a second, because it can get really stressful. When, for me, it's been situations where when he was little, he was crying maybe 3 hours straight. That's hard to handle, but it doesn't warrant spanking, in my opinion. My mom's watching, so I kind of hesitate saying this, but you know, we weren't spanked a lot. We were threatened with it.
But?
We were threatened with it. We did get an occasional spanking.
But sometimes the threat was
my brothers did probably more so than I did.
And that's usually the way it is.
Yeah, a lot of threatening.
Listen, I got spanked a lot.
Yeah.
And I deserved every bit of it that I got. That said, I have only spanked my daughter once in her life. And I have found that that was the only time I ever needed to spank her, and it was one slap on her thigh, just enough to let her know that everything else that I was trying wasn't working, and that this was enough. Dad was not taking any more. You need to stop what you're doing. And she did, and she's never done anything again, and I've been very fortunate. I think in some circumstances, and when you use the term spanking, most people often think of beating the, pardon the French, beating the hell out of the child. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking maybe a little smack on the thigh, maybe a little smack on the tush. Past that, nothing in the face, nothing in the upper body, no grabbing, no choking, no punching, nothing like that.
You know, and I think that, you know, my husband and I, we don't have children, but we kind of differ on this, because I'm for spanking in appropriate circumstances, and he's very much against it. But what I think is interesting is, you know, I think there are certain points where there's an age where you can't reason with the child, and there needs to be some sort of, you know,
final quotient.
Exactly.
Where they understand, this is it, I'm not playing around. You will suffer some sort of very serious consequence.
And I think it's unfair, because she's on TV.
And I think at first blush,
I think any parent would have that picture taken of them at some point in their parenthood.
Horrible. You would look horrible.
What do you think, Michelle?
Well, I was just going to say, the other thing is, you're right, it doesn't matter. You can do it as light as you can, and they get the picture. As a kid, I did. You don't have to do it hard.
And you're right, and sometimes the threat is enough of saying, I don't want to go here, you're making the decision.
We're going to count to 10. And you've got a choice.
And sometimes all you have to do is once. And then threaten after that you're going to do it again. And they remember it the first time, and they don't want any more part of it.
Exactly. And you know, Courtney, I wanted to bring you into the picture here, because obviously we have a lot of parents who are viewers of ours, and I'm curious as to how our viewers feel about spanking or not spanking, and, you know, this limelight that's been put on the Gosselin family.
They're weighing in on this situation, as well as remembering back when they were kids and sharing some stories there. But I'll tell you a little bit about what's happening on the Buzz Now on FoxProvidence.com. And this one's from one artist, and this is regarding spanking. She said, I think it depends on the circumstance, but I'm not against it as far as spanking goes as a correction for very bad behavior. I just think parents should have the option. And Reconfirm says that poor mother is being scrutinized for every little thing she does. And Lisa says she has 8 kids. It must be so frustrating. And then they go on to talk about, you know, being spanked a little bit when they were a kid. And they said, hey, I turned out all right. So that's going on the blog right now. We also have the poll here for you at home who haven't taken part yet. We're asking, do you think it's okay for children to be spanked? Choices are A, yes, if the children are misbehaving. B, no, I believe in other ways to punish. And C, it depends on the circumstance. And we also have some of our friends on Facebook weighing in as well. And Jen says, yes, it's okay, but sometimes timeout doesn't work. And Trevor had said many people have different views on disciplinary actions for their children, so trying to say one thing's right or wrong isn't a solid decision. So they're going back and forth, and everybody pretty much has their own views on this topic. But jump on the live blog or Facebook and read what everyone's saying, but I'll be back in about 30 minutes with your poll results.